Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. November 20th. Thy will, not mine. When making specific requests, it will be well to add to each one of them this qualification: if it be thy will. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 102. I ask simply that throughout the day, God place in me the best understanding of His will that I can have for that day, and that I be given the grace by which I may carry it out. As the day goes on, I can pause when facing situations that must be met and decisions that must be made, and renew the simple request, Thy will, not mine, be done. I must always keep in mind that in every situation, I am responsible for the effort and God is responsible for the outcome. I can let go and let God by humbly repeating, Thy will, not mine, be done. Patience and persistence in seeking His will for me will free me from the pain of selfish expectations. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, November 20th. Although there are many ways to tame a horse, there is general agreement on one point. The important thing is not to break the horse's spirit. Colts, puppies, and little children are full of boundless joy in being alive. What had happened to my joy? Alcoholism, which has touched every generation of my family, had broken my spirit. Al-Anon gives me a fellowship, a sponsor, and 12 steps and traditions that allow me to heal my broken spirit. My healing started when I quit fighting the God of other people's understanding and found a God who honored the long-forgotten spirit in me. That's the God who can restore me to my true self. Today I make a sincere effort to roll in the clover, kick up my heels, and celebrate being alive. It is one way in which I touch my God. Today's reminder: let me make this day a celebration of the Spirit. There is a part of me that retains a childlike sense of curiosity, wonder, enthusiasm, and delight. I may have lost touch with it, but I know it still exists. I will set my problems to the side for a little while and appreciate what it means to be vitally alive. There is a quote from George Bernard Shaw, and it reads, "Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch, which I have got hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, November 20th. Finding fulfillment. We weren't oriented toward fulfillment. We focused on the emptiness and worthlessness of it all. Basic text, page 89. There were probably hundreds of times in our active addiction when we wished we could become someone else. We may have wished we could trade places with someone who owned a nice car, or had a larger home, a better job, or a more attractive mate. Anything but what we had. So severe was our despair that we could hardly imagine anyone being in worse shape than ourselves. In recovery, we may find we are experiencing a different sort of envy. We may continue to compare our insides with others' outsides and feel as though we still don't have enough of anything. We may think everyone, from the newest member to the oldest old-timer, sounds better at meetings than we do. We may think that everyone else must be working a better program because they have a better car, a larger home, more money, and so on. The recovery process experienced through our 12 steps will take us from an attitude of envy and low self-esteem to a place of spiritual fulfillment and deep appreciation for what we do have. We find that we would never willingly trade places with another, for what we have discovered within ourselves is priceless. Just for today, there is so much to be grateful for in my life. I will cherish the spiritual fulfillment I have found in recovery. Today, Emotions Anonymous, November 20th. Reflection for today. My attitude toward the pain in my life will determine how I experience it. Pain is not the worst thing which can befall me. This is worse, not being able to feel. Pain is a natural part of life, like air, breath, love, and death. It is not meant to diminish my life or me. Only if I resist it is my life made smaller and my misery increased. My happiness and my pain can live together in me. Meditation for today. Help me to accept the things I cannot change. Today I will remember I can enjoy my life today, even though I may have emotional or physical pain. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. November 20th. Dangerous parents. Some parents are so dangerous or perverted that the adult child must avoid them to stay safe and sane. BRB page 232. Those of us who were sexually abused, either covertly or overtly, realize we were soul raped. For a long time, we continually tried to do our part, to sweep off our side of the street, to seek change, but to no avail. The destruction was so severe that we were unable to maintain our integrity around our perpetrators afterwards for years. We felt there was no one who would understand, so we went on pretending, showing up, laughing when we didn't feel like laughing, smiling when we felt empty inside. And we always ended up feeling bad, holiday after holiday, and birthday after birthday. With the help of ACA, we finally accept that the family we thought we had was really a fantasy we needed to believe in to keep ourselves alive as children. When we finally surrender and acknowledge the extent of the abuse, we detach from our perpetrators. We also detach from those who were supposed to protect us, but who instead protected the perpetrators by denying our stories. The ones who just wanted us to get over it, so they wouldn't have to face reality. The affirmation reads, on this day, I will live in a new freedom that is based on truth and relationships with my new family and a loving higher power. Please share, subscribe, like, and remember that you are not alone, one day at a time.